Hey guys, today we're going to be putting makeup on our face and I'm going to be showing you what I do for my office job that I go to Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Could also work for like a job interview kind of setting. And of course, like, you guys just do you. Whatever kind of makeup you want to wear to work, you should just wear to work. But if you're kind of stuck or you're just watching this video because you like watching me put makeup on my face, then let's get into it. So I'm going to be actually starting with a little bit of concealer, and when I say a little bit, like, I'm not exaggerating. I don't love concealer. There's nothing more fake looking than like heavy, really bright concealer. This is the Stellar Limitless Concealer, and this is in the shade SO1, which obviously is not light enough for my skin, but I love the consistency of this and I'm just using it to color correct. So I don't really wear primers that much. In my experience, I've just haven't found like a good primer that I feel like does enough that warrants putting it on every day. I am going to be using this Essence Fresh and Fit Awake primer. This is basically like a dupe for MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm putting this under my foundation because I'm not really going to be wearing any highlighter and I still want my skin to look nice and fresh. So I'm just going to put that kind of on the apples of my cheek and tops of my cheekbone, kind of going up into my eyebrow. Especially if you're working long hours or even just 9 to 5, like, having a foundation that's gonna look good from start to finish is like key for me. I hate touching on my makeup. I'm just too busy at work to deal with that. And with my oily skin, I just need something that I can put on in the morning and not really have to think too much about. So for me, that's the Estee Lauder Double Wear, just the original formula. This is not the pump that it comes with. It actually does not come with a pump. I just put a pump. This is from a ColourPop foundation bottle that just happened to fit. And I have the shade 1W0 for those wondering. Actually a newer shade, or at least a newer shade that is available to me where I live. And I like to apply this foundation with a damp sponge because it is a heavier foundation. It gives really good coverage and it is matte, and I don't like to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup at work. I mean, I just bring the foundation up under my eyes to help conceal further the dark circles, and this honestly works fine for me, and I feel like it still looks better than if I didn't put any. Oh god. So next is brows. I'm just gonna brush them out and use my Maybelline Total Temptation brow definer in medium brown. I'm gonna lightly give them an outline and a fill. To hold them in place literally all day, I'm using my trusty e.l.f. tinted brow gel. This is in the shade Light. This stuff does not budge. So I'm not really an eyeshadow kind of person, but if I do have like a meeting to go to during the day, or like I said, like if you want to just look a little bit more put together, if you're going to like a job interview or something, I will put on a tiny bit of eyeshadow. So I'm using this Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. It's just one of the basic palettes, and I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is not very dark at all, but just slightly darker than my eyelid color. And I'm just going to add a little bit of depth, windshield wiper motions into, well, it's not really my crease because I don't really have a crease, but I just like something very, very neutral and just a couple shades darker than your skin color. Before I put mascara on, I'm just going to add a little bit of color to my face using this Milani Illuminating Face Powder in the shade 02 Hermosa Rose. It's not really a blush, it's not really a bronzer, it's not really a highlight, it's kind of like a weird hybrid. And I'm just going to give my face some color. I'm not really looking to go overboard with the blush or bronzer. It just gives me a little bit of natural color without looking like I have a ton of like blush or something on my face. And like I mentioned before, I'm really not using any kind of highlighter, so this has a little bit of a shine shimmer to it, very subtle though, and that paired with the Essence kind of primer that I use underneath the skin still makes my skin look nice and healthy. For mascara, I'm using this CoverGirl Clump Crusher. This is a really good mascara find. I kind of forgot how good these CoverGirl mascaras are, but I like this because it lasts like all day without flaking, even when I'm like rubbing my eyes after staring at my computer screen for a super long time. For lips, I like to go pretty natural, something that's gonna wear away very gently throughout the day. Like I said, I just don't have time at work to be worrying about touching up my makeup and my lipstick, so I usually go pretty natural so that when it, you know, wipes off, wears off, doesn't look like a total hot mess. I really like this NYX Powder Puff Lippy. This is in the shade Cool Intentions, which is not really that cool tone, but it's kind of just like a diffused kind of look, very, very light. Okay, so that is it for the makeup look. In terms of hairstyle, I tend to go with a pretty like straight-ish look. I just think it looks very sleek and clean. As for what I wear to work and what I would wear to a job interview, I tend not to go too crazy. The office that I work in is pretty business casual, leaning on the more casual side, but I still like to dress up a little bit because I do see clients from time to time. And even in a job interview setting, unless I'm going for like a super corporate job, I often wouldn't wear a blazer. I don't know, for me, I just like to look comfortable but put together. So I'll insert some photos of some outfits that I would wear to work and what I would wear to like a job interview, like the look of like a knit short sleeve sweater, or even just like a nice quality t-shirt like tucked into some dress pants and just some like easy sandals or like a flat. And that is the end of this video. I hope this helped you guys out. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.